tiny island falling between India and Sri Lanka near Rameshwaram has taken a center stage in the political discourse ongoing in India, especially in the election season when the allegations are getting stronger and the entire political environment is getting charged up. These allegations have tried to corner the erstwhile Congress ruling party and the 70s government of Congress when they apparently ceded this land to the Sri Lankan side. A smaller island about 1.6 kilometer of size and length and about 300 meters in the most broadest point has been a very small, a few hundred acres, but still it had a very strategic importance. It had an economic importance also for the fishermen community of Tamil Nadu who used to have the fishing right near the waters of Kachitivu. After ceding away that land to Sri Lanka, of course, subsequently Indian fishermen also lost this right, and that has been a sore point among the Sri Lankan fishermen community. There has been multiple, exchange of letters and convincing and conveying of messages between the state government of Tamil Nadu and centre, and of course the Indian government and the Sri Lankan government. But the fact of today is that this land now belongs to the Sri Lanka side because Indian government ceded that land away. Now, Sri Lankan Foreign Minister Ali Sabri has reacted to the entire discourse that is going on in India, saying that there is no way that this land can be taken away, in a way that he said that there is no question of repossession. There is no discussion about it. The repossession of Kachitivu, this is a problem that was discussed and resolved 50 years ago, and there is no need to discuss it again. Of course, going by the treaty and credence that India has at the international level, the bilateral arrangement where India gave away this piece of land to Sri Lanka, it cannot revoke its earlier commitment. It cannot revoke the right of sovereignty to the Sri Lankan government on this island, and this cannot happen unilaterally because it was signed mutually, and anything to revert that decision is practically impossible. But still, there is a discourse going on as to whether there was a better alternative option to resolve this dispute. There could have been other ways where Indian fishermen's right may have been protected. There could have been other ways that may have allowed India to use this smaller island for strategic leverages in the context of modern time when we see increasing dominance of China in the Indian Ocean, especially around Sri Lanka. So all of this could have been in a very different direction, in a different way, had the government of 70s used some more deliberate, and they would have been more visionary. This is what the entire discourse has been, and the commentary, which was of course expected from the Sri Lanka side, because they are also listening and reading everything that is being written in Indian newspapers about this island, which is now the sovereign territory of Sri Lanka, which used to be a disputed land where Indian fishermen and Indian government also used to exercise some sort of rights. So with the latest latest commentary that has come from the Sri Lankan side, it has said that the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka has said that there is no way this can be redone. There is no talk about that, and the issue has been long settled way back 50 years ago, and the Indian government has also accepted the fact that the issue has been settled 50 years ago. The only thing is that whether that was the most prudent decision of that time, or it may have given more than India gained out of this land exchange deal that happened with Sri Lanka way back in 70s.